All right, so we're going to draft today basic 5 pocket jeans. So very traditional looking. It's almost very similar to this Levi's jeans that I have here. So this is called 5 pocket denim jeans. So you have two front pockets and 2 back pockets and 1 coin pocket. So it's 5 pocket denim, and also has a very straighter leg, and also the waist is relatively regular waisted, so it looks more like a high waisted denim. Okay, all right. So this is the handout you have. I'm going to follow this, and in order to draft this, you need to have 3 measurements. One is waist, okay, hip, and inseam. Okay. So I'm going to use a waist 32 and a hip 38. Sorry, 38 and inseam 32. Okay. So similar to what we drafted before, basic dress pant. First, you create the square, waist, hip, and crotch line, and then you draft it. You draft further areas. Okay. So let's start with this. So prepare the sheet of paper, and from the top edge of the paper, leave about 3 or 4 inches. Okay, and place your L square. Okay, and leave also a couple inches there, and you will mark waistline. Okay, and then center from line. Now this particular style, I'm going to use crotch depth 9 inches and hip depth 6 inches. So from the top, you mark 6 inches hip and 9 inches crotch level. Okay. So after you mark that, so you also draw absolutely horizontal lines. I'm going to mark from again from the waist 6 inches and 9 inches, and that will create absolutely parallel to the waistline. Okay, like that. Okay, so the waist, hip, and the crotch line. Okay. Then our next step is you're going to do this formula. Okay, so that is hip plus 2 divided by 4 and plus half an inch. Okay, so my hip measurement is 38. Okay, 38 plus 2. So 2 inches indicate that's the ease. So total ease around the hip is 2 inches. Okay. So if you like to make slightly more fitted, then you can change, decrease the number. Okay. So the 40 divided by 4, okay, and minus 0.5, half an inch. So that is 9.5. So I will mark 9.5 from here. Okay, 9.5 here. So once you mark that, you draw vertical line up and down. Okay, make sure that is absolutely vertical. Okay, so now you have a square. Okay. So once you have created this square, next step is on the hip line. Okay, you're going to divide this line into 6 sections. Okay, so this was, let me write it down. Hip plus 2 inches is divided by 4 and minus half an inch. Okay, so that's the width. Now so this I'm going to divide into 6 sections. So that will be 1.78. It's almost 158. So I will divide this into 158 and 158. Okay, so I divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts. Okay, so now once you've done, you take just one of them, okay, and use it as a crotch extension. So mine is 1 5/8, so I will extend 1 5/8. Okay, that's indicated as the black triangle. Okay, that's the extension. Okay, then next let me move on to this area here. Okay, so center front. Okay, because this has no darts or pleats, so only way to shape the waist is the center front or side seam. Okay, so now side seam, out seam, we're going to keep it straight. Okay, because this is this particular style, also known as selvedge denim. So you will keep this one straight. So so try not to take in at the side. So here from the center front, you're going to mark 3/4. Okay, from the corner you mark 3/4. Okay. Then divide this front line in 3. So this one is 9 inches. So you have 3 inches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and connect this point to second point, which coincide with the hip level, straight line. Okay, and then you will draw next guideline from this hip level to crotch point with a straight guideline. Again, when you do guideline, use a little bit lighter line. Okay, and you draw a perpendicular line from this corner to this line. So you will use that ruler to make sure this is perpendicular to the line and draw the guideline. Okay, and this tiny line you divide into 3. So you can do eyeball it. Okay, so divide into 3. Okay, and then this the first dividing point. So that's the guiding point. And once you mark that, use the French curve to complete the front rise. Okay, so you have continued straight line. I guess I drew it a little bit off here. I need to do like that. Sorry. Okay, that's it. So you have straight 2 and then turn into curve to this point. Okay. All right. So the next is step is the waistline. Okay. So the waistline, as you can see here, center front, is creating this dull angle, right? So you want to make it, keep it right angle. So you raised here 1/4 inch, okay, and it's 1/4 inch, and start with right angle, and then use that French curve, and then blend it to the original waistline, like this. Okay, so you go up 1/4 inch, and then create a corner, and then blend it to the straight waistline here. Okay, all right, and then also side line. Okay, you go up 1/4 inch at side waist, go up 1/4 inch. Okay, and do the same. But here, I know this is not really right angle. The reason why you do this is that later when you put the front and the back, this will be nice transitional lines. So go up 1/4 inch, okay, and then use French curve to create smooth curve blended to the straight waistline. Okay, so this part is done. The next step is the inseam. Okay? So here, this part is done. So I'm going to move on to knee to hem, right? So, okay, and then use French curve to create smooth curve blended to the straight waistline. Okay, so this part is done. The next step is the inseam. Okay? So here, this part is done. So I'm going to move on to knee to hem, right? So side line, okay, this outseam. So you're going to extend this side seam, okay, so that use the inseam measurement, which is 32 inches. So I'm going to extend this seam, side out seam, okay. So from the crotch level, okay, you mark 32 inches. So I'm going to use tape measure. So here, 32 is, it's not just long enough. Let me extend a little bit more. Okay. So you mark 32 is here. Okay. 32 inches inseam. And use L square to mark the hem. Okay. So the hem, we call it leg opening. Leg opening for the front is, we use 6.5, right? So from here you mark 6.5. Okay. So mark that. So 6.5. Leg opening. Okay. Now next I need to mark the knee. Okay. So you can use the measurement you have, knee level from the waist, but I'll show you other way to mark the knee line. So to do that, you will divide this inseam length, which is 32. So halfway point is 16, right? So this is the halfway point. So you divide this into half, okay? And then from the middle point, you go up 1.5 inch to 1.5. Go up. Okay. Okay. And again, you mark the knee line with L square. Okay. So the width at the knee line is wider than the hem. So we use 7.5 inches. Okay. So from here you mark 7.5. 7.5 is here. Okay. That is 7.5 inches. Okay. So now you connect this point with this point with straight line. Okay. All right. So the rest is here in C. So this will be curved line. So first you draw a guideline from crotch point to knee level in seam with straight guideline. Okay. And about in the middle, you will mark 3/8. I think it's 3/8, right? Yes, 3/8 inside. So you mark the guide point. Okay. Then I will suggest you use a hip curve. Okay, so I think you can maybe this side. So you find the better curve. I think this will do. So I will use that here. Okay, and then further down, just do it this way. So that will create a better curve. Yes, all right. So like that. Okay. So again, you should have smooth curve line like that. So now actually outline of the front pant is done. Okay. Let me mark the pocket placement. Okay. Front pocket. So the front pocket is 4 inches and then 2.5. Okay. So I'm going to do 4 inches. Okay. Actually, I think I'll do 4.5. 4 is a little bit too small, so I'm going to do 4.5. Okay, so here, 4.5 inches, and at the side, you mark 2.5. Okay. Okay. And use the French curve to create the scoop pocket. Okay, scooped pocket. Okay. So now front is done.
So the back now.
I think I would suggest you will extend this waistline, okay, so that you can draft right next to the front. Okay, so this one I don't do overlap. Okay, we will just draft separate. So extend the waistline, and again make sure you mark 6 inches, 9 inches, so that you can draw absolutely horizontal line. That. Right. So you extend, okay, waist, hip, and crotch line. Okay. So I will draw center back line right here. Okay. Okay. So this is the part here. So on the hip line, there is a formula, right? So the hip, again, my hip is 36. So 38, 38, okay, plus 2, 40, divide by 4, okay, and plus 0.5. Now you notice that front formula was minus half an inch, back is plus 1 inch. So this is for to shift the center sideline toward front. So that's the only reason. You reducted half an inch front and added half an inch to the back. Okay, so this front gets smaller, back is a little bit wider. Okay, so the answer is 10.5. So I'm going to mark from here 10.5. So which is here. Okay. So straight line up and down. Okay, make sure it's up and down. Okay. So this is the square. Now next step is you need to create slanted line. Okay, so slanted line, this line. Okay. So how you do that? How you create the slanted line is at the corner here. Okay. This is center back. Okay. And the waistline. From the corner, you mark 1.5 inch. Okay, so 1.5 inches here. Okay, 1.5. Okay, and then you connect this to again the 2/3 point. This is dividing to 3, right? So again 9 and 6. So so second point is where the hip line is. So connect that point to this point, and then continue to the crotch line. Okay, so again, you mark 1.5, connect to the intersecting point where the hip line is, and then continue to the crotch level. So that's the slanted line. Okay. Now, once you have drawn this line, you extend upwards from the waist a few inches. Okay, like this. Okay, draw a guideline. Then next step, you need to have L square for this. So use the L square, okay, and place this, okay, align with that slanted line, okay, and you're going to keep this, okay, aligned, and then you will slide up, until, okay, the line intersect with the sideways point to this corner, okay, sideways point to this corner, okay. And then make sure you keep it right angle to the slanted line, okay, like that. So right angle, and then the line should hit exactly where the sideways point is. So then I will draw the line. Okay, so that's why I don't know how much that is unless you do this movement. Okay, so this measurement is you find by doing this. Okay, creating using the L square. And find the intersecting point at this point. Okay. All right. So this is now the back waistline. Okay. Now next, do the crotch extension. Okay, the crotch extension, if you see here is handout, that 1/6 of the front hip measurement, which indicated the black triangle, plus 1.5. So mine was 1.56, where 1.56 was that measurement, little triangle, okay, plus 1.5. So it's about like 3 inches, okay, little 3 inches and 1/16. So from this corner, okay, from this corner, you mark the measurements. Okay, here. So this one is this triangle plus 1.5 inch. Okay, you mark the point. So now I have this back rise. Then you will draw complete the hip back rise. Okay, so back rise, if you remember, the back rise crotch point is lower than the front. So once you have extended, go down 3/8. Okay, go down 3/8, and you mark the point. Okay, so this is the 3/8 point. So then use the L square, French curve. Okay, and create a little looser curve like this. Okay, don't go a little deep, very loose, like that. Okay, so here, let me. I hope you can distinguish. Right, this is the back rise. Okay, and transition into the curve. Okay. All right. So that's the back rise, right? Then get back to the waist here. So we raise 1/4 inch at the front side waist point. So we do the same here. Okay. So we're going to raise this, okay, and 1/4 inch. Okay. Go up 1/4 inch. And use that French curve through the waistline. Okay. So center back is right angle, so you don't need to do anything, right? So this is the back waist line, and side is straight. Okay. All right. So the rest is let me finish the hem, and then we'll come back to here for the yoke. Okay. So I'm going to extend. So like that. Okay, so I'm going to extend. Okay. And all the way. Okay, again. So 32. Okay, should be the same level here. So then once you mark the hem, again use L square to draw the leg opening. Okay, now leg opening is, the back is wider than front, so it's 8 inches. Okay, so you mark 8 inches. Here, okay, 8. Okay. So the knee level same as the front. So you can measure this with which was 14.5. So you mark 14.5 as a knee level. Okay. And L square, use L square to mark the knee. Okay. So the knee here is 9 inches. Okay. So I mark here 9 inches. Okay. 9 inches here. 9 inches. So now I connect that hem to knee with a straight line. Okay. Then here, the crotch. So connect the crotch point to the knee with a straight guideline. Okay. and about in the middle, okay, so it's about 15, so it's over here. So you will mark about half an inch, okay, I think half an inch is good. So use that, again, hip curve to complete that back inseam. So start with this and go like that. Right. So the back is okay. So this is the crotch curve, okay, and then inseam, okay. All right. Now let me get back to yoke here. So yoke is at the center back 3 inches, and at the side 1 3/4. Okay, so I will mark here 3 inches, 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, so 3 inches, and at the side 1 3/4. Okay, which is 1 3/4 here. Okay. And connect with straight line. Okay, so that will be the yoke line. So 3 inches and 1 3/4. Okay, so that's the yoke. All right. All right. So next, I'm going to mark the pocket placement. All right. So the back pocket placement is so this is the yoke line. Okay, so the pocket is about this area. Okay, so I need to mark the pocket placement. So to draw, first we draw the guideline. Okay, from the center back where the yoke line is, you measure down 1 inches. 1 inch, okay, and then the other side on the outseam, you're going to mark 1 1/2. Okay, so 1 1/2, 1 1/2. Okay, and connect this point with straight guideline. Okay, draw a little bit darker so you can see. Okay. Then from center back, you create a little bit of space, about 2 inches. Okay, so 2 inches. Okay, then so this is the back pocket measurement. So 6 inches opening. So you mark 6 inches here. Okay, and 6 inches. Okay, so that's the pocket opening. So now, right angle to this, okay? So I will use this one here. So first you create a square, 5 inches and 5 inches, okay? Okay, like that. Because it's 5 inches, right? 5. So make sure it's the right angle, okay? 6 inches, 5 inches, perfect. Square, okay, and then to create a point. Okay, so the bottom part is slightly smaller. So at that bottom line here, you will bring 3/8 inside. Okay, 3/8. Okay, from both sides, 3/8. Okay, and you're gonna draw the line here. And here, okay, so slightly tapered, okay, and next you create the point. So mark the middle point here, okay, so it's the middle point. So at the middle point you create a point. So I will do 1/2 inch, okay, and then create a point. Now, if you want to make a little bit pointier, you can change the measurements. Okay, so this one is half an inch. Okay, so like that. So that's the pocket shape. Okay, so let me mark a little bit here. So this is a patch pocket, right? Placement. The pocket placement actually is very important. So that where you place change the whole look of the pants. So also the shape of the pocket. Okay, so you can change the shape, narrower, longer, pointier, and then decide where the best place to put. Okay, so that's something you can check when you cut the muslin sample, and you can review the placement. So what you can do is create a separate piece of muslin, pocket placement, and you can pin onto the muslin to decide where the best place is. Okay. All right, so that is the initial draft, front and the back. Okay, so after you finish drafting front and the back, you need to check the waistline, right? Because we did not use waistline formula, so you need to check now how much that waist is. Okay. So my waist is supposed to be 32. Okay, so I'm going to check, measure. So 18 3/4. Okay, so that is 33. Okay, so that is 33. My waist is supposed to be 32, right? So I think that is actually good. You have a little bit of ease, so I don't really need to do any corrections on this. But let's say you have total like 2 inch too big, for example. Okay, so you want to take in 2 inches total. So this side you want to take 1 inch. So half an inch on both sides. Okay, so how you do that? Well, you can't really change center front or center back line. So the only way to reduce waste is side seam. Okay, so the side seam we like to keep it straight so that you can use the selvage as a design detail. Okay, but however, if you need to take in, let's say for half an inch, okay, so the front you can take in from sideways half an inch, okay, and use the hip curve to shape that side like this. Okay, so this will be still okay because this part will be, if you see the inside construction of the garment, the pants, you have pocket bag anyway here. Okay, so so it doesn't really need to be the selvage. So this is something you can do. So you take in half an inch. For the bag, instead of doing the same way, you can create a better fit by shaping the yoke. Okay, so this is the yoke line. This is the yoke. So I will trace this yoke in a separate sheet of paper. Actually, yes, maybe I can do this on here. Okay, so find out middle point here. Okay. And draw perpendicular line toward the bottom edge of the yoke. Okay, and you create half an inch dots. So quarter inch both sides. Quarter inch, so total half an inch. Okay, and create a dot like this. Okay, and you're going to close this. So then you will trace this on a separate sheet of paper. Right? So we'll trace this. Okay. All right. So then, so you're going to close this dart, okay? Here. So then you will fix that with a French curve or hip curve, okay? So make sure this also here, round it a little bit. Okay. So this will be the yoke, as you can see. It's more shaped, right? It was a straight, now it has a little shape, okay? So then at the same time, you reduce the half an inch. So half an inch. So in total, you're reducing 2 inches. So this is how you take in if waist is become too big. If you need to take in, so that's something you can do to reduce the waist measurements. Okay. All right. So next I like to do the fly facing. So this front fly opening, okay, you determine the zipper opening. So this I will go where the curve is, about maybe halfway point would be good. So I would say from here to, so that will be about 8 inches. So this would be my fly zipper end. Okay, so this would be 8 inches. Okay. And then we're going to do mark that fly J-stitch line. So that this one I do 1.5. So I do. Okay. And you can use French curve to create, nice curve. Okay. So that's the J-stitch line. So after create the J-stitch line, you create the facing, fly facing, and then you need to do fly extension. So fly extension is, this one is quite simple. So you have to do is mark the opening, so that is 8 inches, right? So I would draw 8 inches, zipper opening, okay, and plus half an inch extra, okay. So this would be 8 and half an inch, okay. Then the extension is 1 3/4. Okay. Okay. So here you first create a long rectangle, and then you will shape it so that becomes a little bit, create a little bit corner, half an inch. Okay. So this will be the fly face. So fly facing will be folded like this. Okay. And so basically it's a one piece. Okay. So that'll be the fly extension. So if you open, okay, so this is the piece. So this is the fly extension. So this one has very more severe line, the corner like this, but ours is a little bit looser than this. So this is the fly extension, this unfold. Okay, then other side is the fly facing. Okay, fly facing is you're going to trace this. Okay, so on a separate sheet of paper again. Then make sure you do need to flip this, okay, after you trace. Okay. So after you've traced, you need to flip, okay? And so that this will be the right side, okay? So it's very important you do that. Otherwise, you can't use this pattern, right? Okay. So for this one, you're gonna add. So this part will be overlocked, but you want to have extra amounts. So here you have half an inch seam allowance, and the waist is 3/8. Okay. And here you add 1/4 inch extra. Okay. So that then grain line. Make sure you follow this line, okay, and then make the grain. Okay, this is the facing. And fly facing this one, you add 3/8 seam allowance, half an inch, and half an inch. Okay. So what you can do is you will fold this and then cut together, so it will become just one piece. Okay. All right. So those are the other pattern parts, and so you have back pocket and the coin pocket. And so that will complete all the pattern parts except the waistband. So the waistband, in order to do waistband, you do have to find out the front waist measurement and back waist measurement. Okay. So I would use, before taking the measurement that I took in, so I do original waist measurement. So that is 8 3/4. Okay. And then 8 3/4 is supposed to be the same. That's good. Okay. So what you can do is this one, you don't really need to make a draft. You can actually create a pattern right away, the waistband. So give a little crease line at the top. Okay, so you fold the paper in half. Okay. And then you're going to basically create this, okay? So this waistband. So the height of waistband height is 1.5. Okay, so make sure my waist is, how much was that? 32. So I should have enough, more than enough, right? So I would do it here at the center front. Okay, so 1.5. So 1.5. Okay, you can do it. And all the way 1.5. Okay. So let me start from here. So I have to enter 8 3/4, right? 8 3/4. Okay. And mark. And 8 3/4. So that will be center back. So this is center front. Okay. Then you again 8 3/4. Okay. And 8 3/4. All right. So this will be on the right waistband. This is the right waistband, right waist. This is the left waist. Okay. So you wrap around like that. So the center back, center front is again center front here. Okay. Now the left side is exactly where center front is. So there's no extension. Okay. And this back center front, for zipper you need a 1/4 inch overlap. So you add 1/4 inch. Okay. So this would be 1/4 inch add extra to center front. Then you add the amount where, so this will be sewn to the fly extension. Okay, so fly extension will be sewn here. Okay, so that you need to know the width of the fly extension, which was 1 3/4. So I need to extend 1 3/4. Okay. Okay, so this will be extension. Okay. All right, so that's it. So this will be the waistband, and you're going to add 3 outseam allowance. Okay. Quite long. So the top edge of the waistband is on fold. Okay, so it's all one piece. All right. So then you will cut this together, and then so that will be the pattern for the waistband. Now waistband. Let me mark the waistband placement. So waistband placement is okay. So this is the side. Okay, this is side. Okay. So from the side toward the front, you will measure 4 inches. Okay. And then you mark 3/8. So width of the belt loop is 3/8. So this will be your. So this will be your loop. Okay. And then the other side you have 1.5 inch. Okay, and 3/8. This you add a knot, so this will be the second loop. Okay, and there is the loop at the center back. So here you mark 360. So there will be a loop right here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can mark here too. 1.5. Okay. And here 4 inches, right? 4 inches. So this is just a placement for reference. You could depends on the size of the waistband. You may need to adjust this measurement so that loop will be on proportional position. Okay. All right. So that's the waistband and grain line in this direction. Okay. You can cut this direction, or it could be like this. Okay. So I think majority is this direction. I think so. This will if the waistband the fabric has a little bit of stretch. I think I would use this grain direction so that I have a little bit of give. Okay. So either way, it's good. All right. So I'm stick to the original line here. Okay, the red one is the original lines, and this is scoop pocket right here. So from the pocket opening at the side, you mark 2 inches. Okay, and then from there further down 1.5. Okay. All right. Then we need to create a pocket shape here. Okay, so from this pocket opening at the waist, okay, first you mark 1 inch, okay, and then 1/2 inch. Okay, so here, okay, 1 inch and 1/2 inch. Okay. So at this point, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1/2 inch. At this point, you draw a vertical line like that, which is 11 inches. From here, 11 is here. Okay, and then square off. So this will be 11 inches. Okay, so the bottom edge of the pocket. Now you're going to draw a guideline all the way to the side. Okay, And then from the side, you measure in 1.5 inches. Okay. Okay. And then at the 1.5 inch point, 2 inches, 1.5 inch point, you're going to draw a horizontal line. Okay. 3/4. So that's 3/4. Okay. So you connect this point with a straight line. Okay. And then you use French curve to round this. Okay, just round this one. Round the corner and round the corner. Well, you can keep it corner too, but it's up to you. You can also do the curve. Okay, so this will be French seamed. Okay. And so that's the pocket bag shape. Then you have pocket facing. Okay. So the pocket facing comes to here 1 inch and 2 inch. So here, from here to here, okay. So you can use French curve. Okay. So it could be like a square too. It's whether curve or square doesn't matter. Okay. So I will use just French curve. Okay. And maybe like that. So this will be the pocket facing, okay, and this is the pocket bag. All right. All right, that's it.